Hello, my name is Janice LaRoche, and today I'd like to make my 7th in this series and my final card using the Rooted in Nature bundle. And today I used the tree trunk slices, for lack of a better word, and some embossed leaves, and I used the tailored tag punch for the shapes. I decorated the envelope with the same paper I used here, and I put a leaf on the inside. So let me tell you what you will need for that card. You will need, of course, your tailored tag punch, your stamp set. I'm just using set 2 of 2 because I'm using this and the sentiment. And you will need some wood textured 6x6 paper. And then you will need an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of very vanilla cardstock. Fold it in half and score or burnish it really well at 4 1/4. Then you will need a piece of basic black around 5.5 by 4 1/4, and you will need a scrap of very vanilla to do your trunk piece on. Then you will need a scrap. I'm going to use suede. Can't remember the color. I'll write it in the description. And then the very vanilla to layer on top of that. You will need about 12 of your shapes. If you want to get those cut out ahead, you've got that on one side and then that on the other. So you'll need a bunch of those. I've said about 12 in the blog post. Then you will need some leaves. I've already ran these through. I cut them out first. Then I put the embossing leaves die on it. And I've got about 3 of each color here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 colors. So I have a bunch to choose from. But I only put, let me see, I'll count it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves on each side, so that's 10. So you need about 10 leaves. And then you will need some linen thread, about 20 inches of linen thread. This is actually the burlap, and I cut a slice and then I've just torn it apart. So I have like 5 pieces, and I'll just wrap them. I did it behind the root. And I used my Stamparatus. Basically, I used this on the sentiment because I wanted to make sure that it was totally filled in the brown. Sometimes it's a little bit light in places and you don't see it as well. That way, using the Stamparatus, it stamps exactly the same place and you can stamp it again. That's the reason I used the Stamparatus. Okay, so now let's get started. We're going to cut this down when we've got all the little shapes, the tailored tag shapes on it. We're going to cut it down to 5 by 3 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on one side and start gluing my shapes on here. Oh, and you'll also need some spongy daubers. Sponge daubers. Right, so I used liquid glue, and let's get started. So just stick some glue on here. I need to clean out my little edgy part. You could use some tape runner. It doesn't matter. I might have to use my tape. Oh dear. Maybe. I can't get the little plug out of the... No. There's my poking tool. I'm going to fix this once and for all. Here we go. Stick in there. Right. It's easier for me to use my liquid glue, especially in this bottle. Even though I use the Tombow, this has a finer tip on it. And I have to get it all the way down now. Maybe not. Alright, guess what? We're going to use Tombow. And I will be very sparing with it. See, it comes out awfully fast for me. Ooh. I need to learn how to scrape it on here. So I'm going to start on the very edge and at the very top here. And take the next one and I'll do it the opposite direction. So just mix and match. It doesn't matter how it goes on. You're going to cover up most of it anyway. So I'll stick that. Leave a little bit of space so you can see a little bit of black through it. And this I will do that. And another one. All right. And we're going to put this on, and then we are going to trim it all down. And let's see, put that one there. It's easier to do the full ones first for me. And then I'll fill in the other blank spots. Put that one up. I'll do it this way. So if you haven't seen my other 6 in this series using this stamp set, you can find them. Just check out my other YouTube videos, Janice LaRoche, and yeah, I'll put it that way, it's fine. To the bottom. And do a search that way if they don't come up when you're looking for Rooted in Nature. But there are 7 that you can watch. And I haven't decided yet what stamp set I'm going to do a series on next. If you have any ideas, you could write it in the comments for me. If you want to see any particular videos with any particular sets, if I have them, I will certainly be happy to oblige and come up with some designs that you would be able to use with the sets that you want. Alright, let's see, I can put that there. Now I'm going to start taping on, gluing on here. It'll be easier. Keep that there. Yeah. Oh, I got it glued to my paper. Oh, good night. Let me get some scissors and chop this off because I got glue on it. Forgot when I did it. And I can reuse it in a spot. How about, let it fit right there? Yes, it sure will. I'm going to put it right there because it's going to be trimmed down anyway. So, yeah, that'll be good. Right there. Right. Let's see if I have any more scrappy pieces. Put that there. Oh, I said I was going to do it there, didn't I? And I forgot. Tape it on the black. Right, majority of it, like I said, is going to be chopped off anyway. I could probably get 2 out of this. So let's do some tape here, or some glue. And stick it on here. And I glued that one too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got a little bit of glue on the edge here. I'll just trim a little bit off. There. And trim this. Because I can reuse this piece. Alright, let's see. Move that aside. Stick this on here. Perfect, perfect, perfect there. Alright, let's see. Do that there. Another piece. So you just go over and you cover it all up with your diamondy type shapes. Let's see if I've got a longer one. If I can fit that one there. How about you? Will you fit? Yeah, he will be good. Put that on here. Because we're going to cut it down anyway. So we just need the little bit in the middle. And I think that's going to get chopped off, yeah. I'm not even going to bother putting a piece there. All right, now you need to just take your trimmer or your cutter and trim it down. Hold on just one sec. Let me put my cap on. I'm going to turn it this way. And I will trim off this edge here. And this will start being our straight edge. All the way to the top. I make this my 5. By 3 3/4. Let's see, it'll be there. I know it seems like I wasted a bunch, but I'll save that. Might use it for something. And then I want this at 5. Right. There we go. So that's all trimmed down and pretty. Right. So now we'll take and put this aside. I'm going to flip this over because I've got glue on it. And what I'm going to do is I will stamp my root. Stamp my root. I'm going to take my sentiment out while I've got my stamp set out. And put that on a block as well. Leave that aside right now. Alright. I use Sahara sand. That was the name of that. Sahara sand. Alright. Or soft suede was the front I used. Right. Alright. So we're going to just transfer. Awesome. Right. Now for this, there is no die cut for it. I think it's about the only one in the set that does not have a die cut. But it's so easy to fussy cut out, so it's not a big deal. Right, I'm going to use my scissors. I'll use these ones. Just going and go around real quick. Just leave a little tiny edge on there. It's all going to be sponged anyway. We'll go down in here a little and up. Not like it's intricate and you have to cut a lot of detail out, so it should be real easy to cut. Now I am going to sponge with Early Espresso and Cajun Craze. So we'll do that first. Take your little dauber and try and get it on, oops, on the wood grain look. Be the inner part of the bark type. There we go. And I did the wrong one, didn't I? Oh well, now we're going to do Early Espresso. I will wipe it off when I'm done, give it a good wash. Let's see. It's darker anyway, so we'll be good. Oh yes, pretty, pretty. Right. Just gives it that definition around the edges. Love it, love it, love it. Right. There we go. So there's our tree trunk. I think what I'll do now is, while I have my Early Espresso out, I'm going to, no, I wasn't going to use that. That's why it wasn't out. I'm going to use this. This is our new Stamparatus, in case you have not seen it. And it has hinges, so you can, like, if you have a sentiment, you could like move it all the way down your page, and you've got hinges up here. You have another plastic door, and so you could literally attach stamps on 4 sides. So let me put my magnet here to hold, and then I want to be strong on the top. All right, so I will have it about there. So we'll just pick it up and ink it up, and let's stamp it. Just hold it for a second until it transfers the ink really well. Let's check it out. Oh, it's perfect. I don't have to do it again. Now, if you want it a little darker, you could, technically, let's do it just to show you, just make it a little darker. You can do it again, because it stamps in exactly the same place. There you go. Yeah, it's a little darker. That'll work. Okay, so we are done with our Stamparatus. I will clean up, take that off. Okay, so now we get to set up our card. So let's get our soft suede. I'm going to layer it across here, and I guess I'm going to use glue. Yeah, I'll just use a bit of glue. I'll be sparing with it. How's that? There we go. So layer that on, and then take your Very Vanilla. Oh, this was 1 1/2. Yes, 1 1/2, and this was 1 inch. No, it was 1 1/4 and 1 inch. So, reminder, I will have all the measurements and the supplies that you need on my blog. To get to my blog, all you have to do is go to www.astampingnana.com, and at the top of the page it has home and it has blog. So all my blog posts are listed on my website as well. All right, so now we have that. Now let's see if we can arrange some of our leaves. I don't want to put the white on the bottom or the Very Vanilla. So let's pick a different color. We'll go with that. Just crumb cake. I believe this is Old Olive. You want to keep it on your paper. Let's see. Do we have another one? A brown. Yeah, let's keep it soft suede. And how about Mossy Meadow? Right, we've got 2 of those. They'll be good. I am going to glue these in place. Just a little bit glue on the edge. 1 and 2. Same with these ones. I'll do up that end. That way I have the browns and the greens opposite. There's a, this is the stem part and that's the pointy part of the leaf. And there's a little difference. It's a rounded edge. And we'll put that about there. Now I can take some of the cream. Let's put one here. Do cream. And how about this brown? And how about that green? And ooh, stick down, stick down. And then this green. Go. Just layer it so you'll see a little tip of it on your thing. Now we could do a white one. I say white, it's very vanilla. Creamy color one. Just have a tip of it showing here. And how about that or green? I think I'll go with this green. I don't have that green on that side. And that's all I'm going to put on there. That'll do. And a little tip of that sticking out there. Okay. Now for the be strong, be happy, be you. Let's see. I will put some tape all the way around just to hold my string or linen thread. Well, literally I said, I have so much glue on my fingers. When I use Tombow, everything sticks to me. It really, really does. So I'm just going to do this on like 2 sides. Down. 1. And then here. In about the same place. And there. We're going to tape these all down in a little bit anyway. I'll go over it with dimensionals. Just loop it around. There we go. It's 3. That might be enough. Take it down. It won't stay down. There we go. Stay. It's because my fingers are gluey. I think that'll do. So, then we're going to center this in here. Let's move this over just a tad to that way. All right. And you that side. Just so as it does it that way. There we go. Perfect. Dimensionals. Let's see. We are going to use these ones on the back. And we'll try and put some over our pieces that are ragged by themselves and not stuck down very well, but they're all looking pretty well stuck. Put another one right there. Right, now we have to peel off all the backings. Sometimes you stick your thumb in it and then it pokes it up, or your fingernail in it. Well, that one's done. I need a different color backing on these. I have to touch them to see which ones I've already done. Alright, so now we are going to plop this in the center. There we go. And then we're going to take our glue again. And this is going to make a landscape card this way, not up and down, but that way. So let's stick this in the center. I don't have a black backing on it. Yeah, I should have got another piece of black. This will be fine because it's got the black in it. Let's center. There. There we go. I like it. Alright. Alright. Now, if you like, you can take... I'll take a leaf and I'll put that one on the inside. A green one this time. And glue it down here. There we go. And like I said, if you take your paper and just layer it over and draw around it, then you just trim it off and you glue it on here. So your back has the root on it. And there is our card for today. I hope you've enjoyed my 7 videos on this stamp set. I really, really love it. It reminds me so much of Lovely as a Tree, but with more detail and the sentiments. Lovely as a Tree doesn't have any sentiments. You know, you could use other stamp sets for your sentiments as well. I've got this stuck to my thingy. Right, so there is our today's card. Let me kind of give you a quick do-over of all the cards. So that was the other one, same I made. Then I did this one in class with my my people that come to monthly class, and that was another one I did in class. This was a video, and I did the envelope to match that one. Let's just sit that there. This is another one I made, but it's similar to my video. This was the video I used to thank you for all you do. I'll put that there. And then this was one we did in on stage in Atlanta when we first got to see the new sets. This one I did in a video. And this one I did in a video with the envelope as well. And this is a similar one. So there's a bunch of cards you can make with this set. And there's a gazillion more combinations you could use. Just use a different item to decorate with. Like you have this one, I had the folder, embossing folders. I used an oval stencil. This I just stamped, but I had cut out some trees to just give it some dimension. There's so much you can do. But I thank you for watching. If you need any of the products, I will have them listed below in the video. You can click on those, and it will take you directly to shop with me in my store. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. And if you have any questions or ideas, like I said in the beginning, for another series I could do, please comment and like and subscribe, and it will let you know when I upload new videos. You have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.